Have you ever noticed how the biggest moments at a concert sometimes happen when the music has already stopped? As the crowd slowly began to leave and the cameras focused elsewhere, one small detail started catching ARMY's attention. At first, it looked like nothing unusual, just another post-con moment. But then fans spotted something in the stands that completely changed the conversation. Two familiar faces, a quick glance, a subtle movement, and suddenly people started replaying the same clip over and over again. What made this moment even more intriguing wasn't just who might have been sitting there. It was what happened next. As Jungkook made his way through the venue, fans noticed Taehyung following closely behind. And within seconds, social media exploded with one question that nobody seemed able to answer the same way. Was this simply a coincidence after the show? Or did Jungkook intentionally bring Taehyung to meet the two people everyone was talking about? The clip is short, and the reactions are subtle. But for many ARMY, this hidden moment may be one of the most emotional discoveries from the entire concert. Let's take a closer look at the footage that has everyone talking. As more fan-recorded angles began appearing online, the story became even more intriguing. What initially seemed like an ordinary post-con movement suddenly turned into one of the most discussed moments among ARMY. Fans started comparing different clips, slowing down the footage frame by frame, trying to understand what had actually happened after the show ended. The reason was simple. The concert was already over. There was no performance left to film. No official segment was taking place. Yet, attention unexpectedly shifted away from the stage and toward a small interaction happening near the stands. Many fans noticed Jungkook heading in a specific direction rather than immediately leaving the venue. A few moments later, Taehyung appeared nearby. The footage was brief, but it was enough to spark countless theories. What caught everyone's attention wasn't a dramatic gesture or a grand public moment. It was how natural everything seemed. There was no attempt to attract attention. No cameras appeared to be the focus. No one seemed aware that thousands of fans would later analyze every second. That quiet simplicity is exactly what made the clip so powerful. As additional videos surfaced, fans became increasingly convinced that the people sitting in the stands were not random audience members. Many believed they recognized familiar faces believed to be Jungkook's mother and older brother. The possibility alone was enough to send social media into overdrive. For years, ARMY has known how important family is to Jungkook. Although he rarely puts private family moments in the spotlight, there have been numerous occasions where his respect and affection for his family became visible through small actions rather than words. That is why this particular moment felt different. If the speculation was true, it meant that what fans were witnessing wasn't simply another concert ending. It could have been a rare glimpse into a personal moment happening away from the stage lights. The emotional impact became even stronger when fans focused on Taehyung. Throughout BTS's journey, fans have watched countless moments between Jungkook and Taehyung unfold in front of cameras. Yet, some of the most memorable memories were never the loudest ones. They were the quiet moments, the moments that lasted only a few seconds, the moments people almost missed. As fans revisited the footage, many noticed details they hadn't seen before. The timing, the direction, the expressions, the body language. None of it provided definitive answers. Yet somehow that uncertainty made the clip even more compelling. Because sometimes the moments people remember most are not the ones that are fully explained. They're the ones that leave just enough mystery behind. Soon, discussions spread across fan communities worldwide. Some believed the footage showed a meaningful introduction. Others thought it was simply a brief greeting after an exhausting show. But regardless of individual interpretations, one thing remained consistent. Everyone kept watching. Everyone kept returning to the same few seconds, and every replay seemed to reveal another detail, another possibility, another question. What exactly happened after Jungkook reached the stands? What was said during those unseen moments? And why did so many fans feel unexpectedly emotional after watching a clip that lasted less than a minute? Perhaps the answer wasn't hidden in the footage itself. Perhaps it was hidden in what the moment represented. After years of sold-out stadiums, record-breaking achievements, and unforgettable performances, fans suddenly found themselves focused on something much smaller. A possible family moment, a quiet interaction, a memory that wasn't meant to become a headline. And maybe that's why it resonated so deeply. Because behind every global superstar is still a son, still a brother, still someone who values the people who supported them long before the stadiums were full. As the video continued circulating online, one final detail kept drawing attention from viewers, a detail that many people completely missed the first time. And according to fans who spotted it, that tiny moment may have changed the entire meaning of the clip. The more people watched the footage, the more one particular detail refused to disappear from the conversation. At first, most viewers focused on the faces believed by some fans to be Jungkook's mother and older brother. That alone was enough to make the clip spread rapidly across social media. But after the excitement settled, attention began shifting elsewhere, toward Taehyung. Not because of anything dramatic, not because of an obvious reaction, but because of how unexpectedly calm the entire moment appeared. Fans who revisited the footage noticed something interesting. While thousands of people were leaving their seats and the energy of the concert was slowly fading, there seemed to be no hesitation in the way the moment unfolded. Everything felt familiar, comfortable, natural, and that observation immediately sparked a new wave of discussion. Some fans began wondering whether this was the first time such a moment had happened. Others believed there might be far more history behind the interaction than anyone realized. The theories multiplied. The clip continued spreading, and with every new upload, viewers searched for details they may have missed before. Then another angle surfaced. It wasn't longer. It wasn't clearer. Yet somehow it added another layer to the mystery. From this perspective, fans felt they could better understand the sequence of events that occurred after the concert ended. The footage appeared to show everyone moving naturally without the pressure of being in the spotlight. That detail mattered because concerts are carefully planned, and public appearances are often controlled. But moments after an event ends can be completely different. Those are the moments when people tend to be themselves. And that is exactly why viewers became so invested. For many ARMY, the clip no longer felt like a random post-con video. It felt personal, not because anyone knew what was said, but because the atmosphere itself felt genuine. The more fans discussed it, the more emotional the conversation became. Many reflected on how quickly time had passed. Years ago, Jungkook and Taehyung were teenagers chasing a dream together. Today, they stand among the biggest artists in the world. Yet, despite everything that changed, certain moments still seem surprisingly simple. A family member in the audience, a familiar face in the crowd, a quiet interaction after a long night. Suddenly, those small details felt bigger than the concert itself. As days passed, fan communities continued uncovering screenshots and slowed down clips. Every frame was analyzed. Every movement was questioned. Every second became part of a larger story. And yet, despite all the theories, one question remained unanswered. Did the people involved ever realize this moment would become such a major topic among fans? Probably not. That may be what makes the footage so captivating. Nothing appears staged. Nothing appears planned. Simply happened. And sometimes those are the moments that stay with people the longest. Still, among all the discussions, one theory began gaining more attention than the others. A theory centered around what happened immediately before the footage started, not after. Before, because according to several fans, there may have been an important moment that cameras never captured. A moment that could explain why Jungkook headed in that direction in the first place. And if that theory is true, the story behind this viral clip may be even more emotional than anyone originally imagined.